Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of PolyNerdic Playtest. Let me get out right in front of this and say a couple things. I realize this game is not new. This is Dragon Ball FighterZ. This has been out since, I think, January, early February of this year. I just got my hands on it last week, beginning of this week. I've played about 4 or 5 days of it. This was a big game at EVO this year, the big fighting game tournament. I'm not a big fighting game guy. I'm not great at this game. But I am a recent convert to the Dragon Ball fandom. This game drew me in. I gotta say, I love it. It's a fantastic fighting game, even though I typically don't enjoy the genre. We're going to just take a quick look at this game real quick. Don't expect me to be great. I've got the difficulty dialed way back on the computer in order to show off some of what this game is. So we're going to start simple. We're going to pick Goku and Vegeta and Gohan. There's my base team here. I'm going to stick with their core colors. We're going to go against Frieza and Nappa and Cell.
Perhaps he will be.
And then we'll do the Wasteland with random music. It's a fighting game. It's 3-on-3. You know, tag in, tag out. The match is over when all 3 of your opponents are defeated, or you lose all 3 of your guys. It's a fantastic fighting game. I'm not, like I said, a fighting game fan, and I absolutely love this game. Animation's really solid. The music's good. The action's fast and furious. I highly suggest you check out the finals of EVO, because I've only watched about an hour of it, and those guys are crazy good. Make me feel about an inch tall when it comes to my skill here. Like, I'm happy when I get a 7 or 8 hit combo. These guys are pulling off like 50, 60 hit combos.
Fighting seriously.
This is a beautiful game. As I said at the beginning, I'm not good at this. I've only played about 4 days, but I still wanted to do something with it this morning before I went to bed. Yeah, so don't expect pro level play here.
I'll give you a fright.
That's an absolutely beautiful animation. It's a hell of a way to end the first segment of the match. Like I said, not great at it. Still learning the ropes, but just absolutely fascinated how fluid and beautiful this game is. I just wish I was half as good as some of the guys that were at the EVO tournament.
This will be over soon.
No, you don't.
Oh, he blocked it. As I said, the difficulty's dialed way back here. You got a button just for energy blast, which I think is amazing. It's a great idea. Ah. There we go. I still have not done any of the big dramatic finishes yet. I've seen some destructive finishes, but never any of the big dramatic ones.
Dad, I did it!
Go back to character selection. Try a few different people here.
Select your fighter!
Piccolo. The Vegeta again. As you can see, I don't have any of the DLC characters yet. I'm torn on if I should even bother with those or not, since I don't play online. See some people I have not seen yet. Good Beerus.
Shall we get started?
And Frieza.
My power level is
Select stage.
And we'll do
Planet
Dynamic Destroyed.
Select the music.
As I said, though, I'm not a fighting game fan at all,
Coming battle.
and absolutely love this game. I wish I had not waited this long to pick it up. I was afraid to pick it up at $60 because I don't like fighting games. But now that, you know, it was on sale a week or so ago on the PlayStation and on Xbox, and then I happened to look at the end of last week and saw that Amazon was selling it for about 40 bucks too, so I couldn't resist picking it up, even though it's not my thing.
Why hasten the extinction of your race? Are you ready?
Alright. Like I said, still learning the ropes. I'm sure when I get a combo like that.
Too slow. No way out.
Oh, I jumped into that.
Try that. How do you like this?
Useless.
There you go.
Goku.
Show me more.
Yeah, there's a Vegeta in here.
Are you brave enough to take this one?
And unlike a lot of the 3-on-3 like Marvel vs. Capcom games, I can actually follow what's happening here.
now it's time for me to join in the fun.
You're wide open. Say your prayers.
You pay for this!
You're wide open. Say your prayers. Special being.
Keep at it.
Alright, let's see if I can get the dramatic finish here.
Keep at it.
There we go, we're gonna get a good one.
It's over.
I'm the strongest in the universe!
Kind of ripped straight out of the cartoon.
You horrible! You must! You must die by my hand!
Not exactly how it went in the cartoon, but still pretty awesome way to finish a match.
Goku! Win! Let's do that again sometime.
Alright, let's return to the lobby. Before we wrap this up, because this isn't going to be a very long one. I'm very tired. I worked a long night last night. I just want to go to bed, but I also wanted to record this before I went to bed. In the early morning hours while the internet's still good. Alright, this is the lobby area. You got a little character you play as. I'm playing offline. If you're playing online, there'll be a bunch of people running around. You can view replays over here. You can't do it when you're on offline, but when you're online, you can view replays of people that are better than you. If you're me. You know, got the Kami house up here. Nothing going on. This is this little store where you can spend your in-game zenny or your gold coins, which I believe are essentially microtransactions, real money to buy stuff in game. So of course it's got this, but you don't have to mess with that. Over here's the single player story stuff. This is not great. It's not horrible, but it's not great. A lot of it's blocked for recording. That's the reason why I'm not live streaming this via the PlayStation. It's divided into 3 arcs. As you can see, I've only got 25% completion of the Super Warrior arc, or 25% completion of the story overall. Who knows if that's just this arc. And I know the middle one's villains, and I believe the one on the right is Android 21's arc. I don't know if she becomes unlockable once you know, at what point does she become unlockable. But you got, you know, these are the characters I've unlocked. They all have an individual level that I've been leveling up. I haven't unlocked Cell yet, but I have played as him once, and he's pretty strong. And And then you know, your skills that you get unlocked, like I've run with a couple of the ones that deal with health and whatnot. It's an interesting thing when you are on here. Let's see if I can get it going without a blocked scene, because all the cutscenes are restricted. You can't record any of them. Now this is where it's not good, in that you have 20 moves per each map, and then like these ones here with question marks are tutorial ones, where they'll have like certain goals for you to accomplish during the match, usually 3 or 4. These are regular fights. This one here, we'll rescue Gotinks if we win that fight, and this is the boss fight. And you've got 20 moves to get through as many of these as you can, or it's game over. To get to the boss fight before the 20th moves up. All the fights are kind of the same, because like see this one here, it's Clone Tien, Nappa, and looks like Goku. This one is Clone Ginyu, Vegeta, and Frieza. Clone Yamcha, Clone Tien, Clone Krillin. And that's you do these over and over and over and over again in order to level up. And then you have your team. And you know, the damage you take in battle carries over, so you gotta rest people and bring other people in. And as you can see, I'm trying to keep an evil leveling across the thing, but it's kind of a pain. The story itself is kind of interesting because it deals with, you know, all these clones being around and whatnot. And Android 21. The delivery of it is not great, and as I said, I would show you, but it unfortunately has all the cutscenes blocked. So you just do if I tried to stream it, you would see blocked cutscene, match like you just saw me do 2 of, blocked cutscene coming out of it. And the story deals with you as the player character. You're linked to the Z fighters here, and they're all weaker than normal. So are their opponents, and you're essentially controlling them. Basically, it's a bullshit video game justification for why you're controlling these fighters. They could have done without it. They could have done a better story. There's plenty of good potential stories in the Dragon Ball Z, or the Dragon Ball universe, rather. I don't know why they went with that particular design, but the gameplay is what this game is all about. I wish I was a quarter as good as the people that were on the Evo finals that I was watching earlier this week. Highly suggest you check that out if you want to see some high level play. And then that's really it. I mean, there's an arcade mode over here that I haven't messed with yet, so I can't tell you anything about that. From its appearance, it appears to be like the traditional fighting game tower, where you fight your way up it, you know, through random battles or whatnot. But that's Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's been out for 6 months now. One of the most popular games in the fighting game community right now. Big part of Evo. If I remember reading correctly, it had more participants in it than the headline game, which is Street Fighter V. I would much rather watch this than Street Fighter V. Of course, that's because I'm actually playing this. This was the first time I've ever watched any Evo stuff and actually was interested in what was going on because I have experienced it. Fantastic game. If you like fighting games, if you like Dragon Ball Z, you owe it to yourself to check this out. I believe it's still $40 on Amazon. It might still be $40 digitally on the PlayStation and Xbox marketplaces. There's DLC that is characters. We'll go over them real quick. As I said, I dialed the computer strength back to 20 just because I didn't want to get my ass kicked on this video.
Select your fighter.
But as you can see, they just added base Goku and base Vegeta. Just regular old non-Super Saiyan ones. You have Broly. I think it's got, what's this guy's name? Zamasu. Bardock. And then you've got your Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan. Vegito, I believe, is who this is right here. There's going to be a couple other characters, obviously. I think this is where Android 21 goes. They just announced that Evo Cooler, Frieza's older brother, will be added. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops in right here. And that leaves one more, if they're filling it in the way it appears. $35 DLC to get all of them. $5 a piece on the marketplace. A little steep. I might get 1 or 2 of them, like Bardock and Vegito. But that's it. That's all I got. I'm not going to play any more of it. I'm not going to show you any more of it. You saw the action. You saw the general layout of things. check it out if you're into this thing, if you haven't already. Although I would assume if you're into it, you probably already picked it up, but you could be like me and unsure of it, or you just haven't had the time to get into it yet. It's definitely worth it. This is speaking as someone who is not a fighting game fan. It's definitely worth picking up. That's all I got for today, or for right now. After I get up, I might do some Dead Cells or finish Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Keep an eye out for those. I haven't put up any of the Lost Legacy stuff on YouTube yet, but it's coming. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.